Hey guys, it's Tyler. I just wanted to share this story with you. It goes along with our images, our slideshows that we make in class. Um, this story, I basically, I don't want to read too much from the paper. I actually just want to tell you specifically personal experiences and why I actually made this the way I did. So honestly, first off, the first image in this, it is just obviously a mixing board and a guy playing guitar. Specifically, I mean that to start off, the title of the slideshow is "Music and Nature." Um, that it really like ties into my life, and the fact that music has been a part of my life ever since I was, or at least strongly very prevalently since I was maybe 9 or 10 years old. Um, and the fact that this man, and it's kind of silly, but this man is playing a Fender Telecaster in the picture that I put up, and that's also one of my favorite guitars for the blues genre. Um, it just tells me that that's definitely where my roots are. That's where it all started, so that's where I had to start the video. Um, I had to bring in the beginning and then kind of ease you guys into how I think that music and nature connect. The mixing board picture, obviously, that brings along the musical aspect, but that also entails the future, as in right now. I'm currently obviously going to school full sail for music production, so that ties into what I'm trying to tell you guys. Um, and then with that, we have the next picture. And this is me actually playing on stage with my band back in Pittsburgh. Um, our name is Nafel, and we have a lot of experience, and we have a lot of background in not only metal and rock, but also like jazz fusion, a lot of different things of that nature. So this really impacted the whole slideshow just because the pure emotion for the people in this in this band, that I feel it's strong. It's something that brought together the two aspects of music and nature. The naturalistic tendency to connect with somebody, especially through music. And this is a blatant image of the pure emotion that I like to portray on stage. When I get on stage, I become lost in myself, and it's a very powerful thing. So that's basically it for that picture. Next one's scooting along. So I'm going along with the video as we're talking here. Next is just an image of somebody, I guess, guiding somebody through learning the guitar. It's a very ritualistic picture. I guess you could say. Somebody's teaching somebody. It seems to be a D chord on the guitar, and that brings in the aspect of being taught something. It can obviously give you expertise on it, but when you have the emotion, you have the prosperity in your own soul to be able to bring that out. Your creativity, your artistry, that instantly connects you with other people, and other people obviously are a part of nature and a part of everything else around you. So just to have that little picture, that kind of just adds a sense of you can't learn everything on your own. You have to have help. You have to have some kind of help along the way. You have to have some sort of, I guess, inlet to that. So scooting along. And this next picture is pictures specifically of a nature scene. I actually took this picture myself. This was at a music festival called Electric Forest. If anybody is a fan, or if anybody has been there before, it's a wonderful experience. It's great people, great time. That's actually where I got this stone. Figured that would add a flair to the video. But I actually remember this moment specifically. I was laying down on the grass, and I had taken this picture as I was listening to the music that was being played over the hill. on stage. One of my favorite artists, Hippie Sabotage. So I took this picture basically to show myself that, you know, everything is one. Everything has a meaning. Everything has a purpose. And the fact that the music could be connected so closely with what was going on, basically like the tall trees, the growth, the prosperity of everything else around you, and the people that are around you as you're doing this, and they're sharing the same experiences. That really tied in that whole musical nature kind of thing for me. And you know, it's a wonderful thing to think of when you're really looking for something else rather than just listening to a song and hearing it for how it is. You take in your surroundings as well. That's why actually this music festival in particular was very, very important to me. It's just such a hefty experience that you have to take part in, and you have to enjoy with not just yourself but others around you. So, moving around. This next image here, I actually was playing with one of my old bands. We played for 4th of July, and we were actually in the middle of a town called Canonsburg in Pennsylvania. I don't know if any Pennsylvania people out there. Shout out to you. But and basically, this was a groundbreaking moment for me because you know, it was in a very, very public setting. You know, there was people all over the place. There was my own family was there, good friends, good time, good music, great food around, and that kind of brought me closer to, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be in like a nature setting. It doesn't have to be in the wilderness. It doesn't have to be out, you know, in the trees or in the middle of nowhere. As long as you have that rooted deep within your soul, you have that feeling, just that pure musical drive. You can connect with almost anybody. You know, it doesn't matter skin color, it doesn't matter race, it doesn't matter anything. It's that connection between yourself, your experiences, it really means something. It's powerful, and you know, it's these people in my life are obviously there for a reason. Everything does happen for a reason. So that's pretty much it for that one. Moving along here. Alrighty, and then I just have a picture of a bird in the water. Kind of a crack on myself because my last name is Bird. I figured I'd had to add a picture in there of a majestic-looking bird. So he seems to be just kind of bathing and flapping his wings, and it's just kind of beautiful to look at. It's pleasing visually, but not only that, you know, it's the fact that this bird is obviously free. He's doing what he loves to do. He's maybe doing this for leisure. Maybe he's looking for something. Maybe he's looking for food. But the fact that this brings in how this ties into music for me is that when you're free, when you have that sort of expression, it's easier to access your creativity that way. So the fact that he's basically doing what he loves and he's just skating around doing bird things, that makes me happy because I can connect to that as I'm doing what I love and I'm going around meeting new people every day and I'm doing my thing. So all in all, to make the world a better place in the end, connect what you love to other people and maybe they'll go along with you. You know, you never know. And then this very last picture that I have on here, I left this up for the longest amount of time on the slideshow, just because this was actually the best show I had ever had with my old band. Critical Condition is their name. Sorry, I probably should have said that earlier. But other than that, it's pretty blatant to see, like I said, the human connection between my old bass player and I. We were very good friends, and you know, we had choreographed this move to do it live a while back, and we actually practiced this like in rehearsal when we were practicing, going through our set list and everything. We decided, we said, hey, we're going to look like goofballs or whatever, but we're still going to do this and it's going to be good. So basically, the hand up, like showing like, you have power. That actually it has a deeper, it's fun, but it has a deeper meaning to it. It's you do have overall power as a person, especially when you're with people that share the same experience and share the same mindset. And this was a wonderful show for me. It was surrounded by good people, great environment, very friendly. It was, usually like you play shows out in places that you don't know. It can be pretty hostile. You're filled with, that you get that feedback from strangers. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. This was a wonderful show for me, and the guys too. I speak on behalf of them as well. It was just a great experience. It was, like I said, our best show that we've ever had together, and the fact that we could pull together and we could play as a whole so tightly, and basically bring everything all together. So blend all the sounds and create one beautiful sound was powerful. And not only that, but we were actually in deep woods in West Virginia, so it was pretty grassy, pretty green. It was beautiful. This was summer. It was actually really hot, and these pants were making me sweat super bad. But other than that, besides all the negativity or whatever, it was really a wonderful experience. Connecting with not only yourself internally, but bringing other people's feelings and other people's input into what you're playing, into what you're portraying. It's honestly astonishing to see the response you get. And when you have a dream and when you have a passion, there's really nothing else that can top that. There's really nothing else that can stand in the way, I guess, of you trying to achieve your goal. And whether that goal be good or bad, you achieve it, good for you. But for me personally, this goal was to connect with as many people as I could and bring them to basically a good state of mind, a sense of understanding that, you are not alone. I share this experience. I share the same pleasures. I share the same faults, the same strifes, and it's beautiful to see how people can come together so nicely, even if it's something like a concert or a show or something as simple as that. It doesn't have to be significant, but to me, this was one moment in my life when I realized that this is it. This is what I want to do. Passion overrides all. So I just want to leave you guys with this. If you're ever feeling down, if you're ever feeling out on yourself, always revert back to what's in here. It'll always tell you what you want. It'll always tell you how you need to feel, and basically just roll with the riptide. Thank you guys for listening. This is kind of a long audio clip for such a short slideshow, but a lot of words to say in such little time. Thank you guys for listening.